안녕하세요. 오늘은 묵은지 김치찌개 만들게요. So if you didn't see the previous video, we went to a restaurant a few days ago and the chef of the restaurant was kind enough to give us some 묵은 kimchi, some 3-year-old 묵은 kimchi. So the flavour of it by itself was quite a lot for me to handle, but that kind of thing is apparently great to be used in cooking. So I'm going to give that a try today. It's just me this time, no bodjonim today. Right, let's get cracking. Of course, can't have kimchi jjigae without some rice. Apparently that's a good trick, keeping the rice bugs away. Keep a few bay leaves in with your rice. Hey, rinse that, let it soak. As always, get everything ready before we start cooking. 묵은 kimchi, that's one side. Just because we like it a bit extra spicy, 2 청양고추. We'll use some garlic, but it's been moved. One moment. Here we go. Garlic. That'll do. Onion, 양파. 마늘, 청양고추, kimchi, 양파. This is new from last time as well. Finally upgraded. Pork. I'm using a bit of moksal this time. Usually I would use samgyeopsal because it's more fatty, but I have this time, so I'm using that. Anything with a decent amount of fat to render on it is good. Salt, sorghum, sugar, sultang, gochugaru, chili flakes, chili powder. All 3 of those needed. No ginger. Pa. Okay, come with me. Right, give everything a wash. So I don't need the whole thing. Thinly sliced. Garlic. A lot of people will put a lot less, but I love garlic, so. And lastly, my meat. So, as I said, I'm using moksal. Still got a bit of fat on it, but not quite as much as a samgyeopsal, pork belly. Okay, good. Wash my hands. So, rice is now cooking. I've got it a bit more organised. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays a part in this, because it's absolutely going to be the star of the show, no doubt. Yeah, let's go. All right, cool. So let's get that on a low heat to start with, because I know how this induction stove likes to fire off out of the gates. I don't want the juices to fly everywhere as soon as they hit the pan. So tiny bit of oil, because as I said, I'm going to render off some of the fat from the pork. So I don't need too much oil. You're using a really fatty bit of pork, you don't even need the oil, I think. Please tell me if I'm making some mistakes. I haven't had a songsengnim, apart from bodjonim there every now and then. So let's render off a little bit of that fat. So I don't want to brown the meat, but I just want to, as I say, render off a bit of that fat before we add all the liquid in. So you can fry the kimchi in the pork fat is the idea. So your kimchi jjigae is only ever as good as your kimchi. And I have a feeling this is going to be epic. Right. If anything meets the definition of umami powerhouse, it's going to be this, I'm sure. So much so that I have got a bit of sugar to hand that I might need to put like a teaspoon in at the end if it's a bit too sour. Usually that's the aim with a kimchi jjigae, to use your old kimchi. You don't want fresh kimchi, but okay, let's chuck it in. Nice. Oh, that smells good. Turn up the heat a bit now, get it all sizzling away. I just want to fry this for like 5 minutes or so before adding liquid, but I will chuck this in as well onions, garlic and chili. Oh, that kimchi is pungent. Jesus. I am now going to chuck in some gochugaru as well. I'm just going to put in like a flat tablespoon. So I'm going to keep the salt and the sugar, the sultang and the sorghum to hand, taste it towards the end and see if I need to use them. It really depends on the kimchi that you're using, so it's not going to be the same every time. You know? Wow, that smells amazing. Alright, so I want like 3 cups of water, maybe with a bit of kimchi juice in it as well. Yeah. Are you hungry all of a sudden? Just let this bubble up. Oh, right, just remembered, I managed to forget tofu. So that's good. I'm at a stage now where I can do that. There you go, nice slab of tofu. Wow, 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 wow. There, now we wait. 2 minutes left on the rice and probably 5 minutes left on this, so it'll be all timed. Shit. Five minutes. Let that bubble away for. Right, that is done, basically. I'm just going to taste it and see. I'm sure there's nothing else I need to add. Oh my God, I'm not exaggerating. That's delicious. I will just put a pinch of salt and like half a teaspoon of sugar. Doesn't need much. As I said, that kimchi is something else. I think it's good. I think it's more than good actually. I think it's phenomenal.
Smells unbelievable. 맛있어요?
네, 맛있어요. Just chuck in my green onion. Yep. Let those steam for a moment in that heat while I sort out the rice. Ooh, nice. 밥, 2스푼 밥. Okay, let's get that served up. Stop. 맛있어요. Very tasty. Yeah, unbelievable. The amount of flavor that comes from that aged kimchi, Haugen kimchi, really makes a big difference. Delicious. Yeah, if you're gonna make it at home, make sure you're using an aged kimchi. And if you're outside of Korea, make sure you get a Korean kimchi or make it yourself at home, even better. All right. See you next time.